Hey, hello, howdy, how you doing? Welcome back to Project Zomboid. More specifically, welcome back to Insane Pop Louisville, a little over 2 months into the apocalypse. After trying to make a dent in the rampant zombie population, failing, trying again, failing again, and then tried one more time, I finally come up with a plan. You see, I've got all these sticks, and with the help of some kitchen knives and a couple chromosomes, I was able to turn those sticks into spears. 41 spears, to be exact. And with those spears, we're gonna do what our small ammo stash couldn't do, and finally begin the journey of making some genuine progress towards clearing this city. Without over-encumbering myself, I can carry about 22 spears on me, which should allow me to make some decent progress given my maintenance being level 7, even with my spear skill being 0. With that being said, I think starting off the vid with a little montage should be fitting. By the end of the first day, I had broken about 8 spears, but leveled up twice. Even with all the zombies killed today, progress was incredibly slow. After all that time, I still hadn't made it past the mall. I did, however, clear out the little shopping section with a gun store inside. After hotwiring a nearby car and connecting a trailer to it, I left it parked outside the gun store and headed home. The following morning, I loaded back up on spears, grabbed a sledgehammer, and made my way to the gun store, where the zombies had accumulated. After clearing them out, I destroyed the metal fencing inside the store and set foot inside. This place was absolutely loaded with 9mm, 38 Special, 7.62, and 44 Magnum rounds. But on top of that, it also had a ton of guns. Now I didn't really need all of them, but I did grab a revolver, a Tech 9, and a carbine. After dropping everything upstairs, we're up to 32 boxes of 38 Special, 30 boxes of shotgun shells, and 21 boxes of 9mm. We'll get to use some of this eventually, but for now, it's back to spears, which brings us to our third day of this escapade. Today was really just busy work. I almost leveled up my spear skill to level 3, and I was finally able to push down the main road from the mall, up to the gas station down the road. There actually weren't as many zombies as I thought there'd be, but I'm sure that'll change once we get into the residential section a little further down the road. Getting an early start the next morning, I decided to finally check out the Humvee sitting on the main road that I've passed probably close to 50 times now. The only issue with it right now seems to be the fuel tank, so with that, I hopped in and drove back to base, grabbed the generator, drove back up to the gas station where I fueled up my new toy before heading back to the front lines. Do you guys remember just a couple minutes ago when I said there were no zombies around? Well, thinking back to one previous episode, I've still never learned that each building is currently holding hundreds, if not thousands, of zombies. Which I was not so subtly reminded of when I honked the horn before stepping out of the Humvee. My goal was to use the Humvee as a makeshift rest point, which inevitably led to some really cool moments. The consequences of my actions spread further than just a temporary setback, as the next day, it felt like the zombies had multiplied, and after only a couple hours, I was tripped up and, having no bandages on me, was forced to run all the way back to the compound to patch up. Since there were thousands of zombies roaming the area, I figured it was probably time for me to break out the shotguns and see what I could do. Equipped with 500 shotgun shells, I set off down the road once again, only this time, I didn't have to walk nearly as far, as several groups had split from the main horde and made their way just outside of the compound, which at this point has both gates broken down, making it incredibly unsafe. Early on in the fighting, I hopped the metal fence by the self-storage and held my ground while the horde slowly worked their way around until I was forced to hop back over before continuing my mission on foot. And throughout the day, I had quite a few close calls, 2 of them coming within an hour of each other. First one came at around 2:20 p.m. when I barely managed to hop the fence after being surrounded. And the second, and much more dramatic one, came when I accidentally cornered myself and as the hordes closed in, managed to shove my way through them, trip, get up, and hop a fence to safety. Truly one of my greatest escapes I've ever experienced in Project Zomboid. And in between that and the final close call, I managed to kill another couple hundred zombies with the Mossberg. Finally, at around 6:30, having not learned any lessons from the day, I repeated the exact same series of events as the last close call, slowly looping zombies through the self-storage until cornering myself once again, pushing through the horde, and scaling the exact same fence that I had climbed just hours earlier. As if all of that wasn't dramatic enough, I had one more close call at the end of the day when I was trying to get back into my Humvee. After retreating back to the base for the night, I swapped out the shotgun for the new carbine I'd picked up and set back out. This thing was actually pretty sweet. It's a lever action, and as long as you have decent aiming, you can one-shot most zombies. There's even the ability to hit collaterals, which should save some bullets. After spending most of the morning burning through over 300 rounds of 38 Special, I went back to the compound to swap out the carbine for the Tech 9. Now I only have one mag for the Tech, but I do have over 20 boxes of 9mm ammo, so I wanted to see what I could do with this thing. In short, it kinda sucks. I was expecting a full auto weapon that I could mow down zombies with, and what I got instead was something with a slower fire rate than an M9. I think I'll just keep hoarding that ammo for now, since I don't really have a powerful weapon to use it on. Now normally I'd end the video here, given that we've accomplished a ton, but we still have like 14 spears left or something like that, and I hate leaving things unfinished. So here's a compilation of me burning through the rest of my spears that I had at the compound. So a funny thing happened during all of this. At 2:20 p.m. on September 17th, another heli event was triggered, meaning that all of those days of work and hundreds of bullets fired to clear out the small section of the city was for nothing, as the heli event just pulled thousands of additional zombies into the area, completely flooding this section of the map. After finally burning through all 40-something spears, I headed back to the compound, where I harvested all of my cabbages, giving me around 130 fresh cabbages to shove my face with. After all the chaos of this episode, our kill count is up to 10,359 zombies, with 6,226 of those coming by fire. This is important, because those kills actually don't count towards the desensitized trait, so I'll still need almost 1,000 more kills before I have the potential to even unlock the trait each day. Just a little something to note for now, since I'm sure some people are maybe wondering why I don't have the trait yet or in future episodes. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one. A whole lot of progress that inevitably ended up bringing us right back to the situation we were in before. Here's what my skills look like for anyone wondering. The combat section is starting to fill out a little more, and maybe next episode we'll look at potentially maxing something like short blunt if we have enough weapons. I don't know, but I'm sure we'll think of something. We're 8 episodes in at this point, and it feels like we still have forever to go, which is at least a little demoralizing to me. I feel like if we're going to make any type of progress, I'm going to need to do something crazy like burn down the entire residential area, but we'll worry about that later. Thank you again to all my YouTube members who make it possible to make these longer style series. I really do appreciate you all, and as always, thanks for stopping by.